Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for coming back to the channel. Got a new build I'm about to start. I bought three of these recently, several months back at least, but from Ollie's for 10 bucks a piece, and I have heard nothing but bad about this kit. Well, I take that back. From the MPC haters, I've heard I've heard nothing but bad about this kit. So that just made me want to build it. I'm looking it over. I mean, yeah, you can, when you open up an MPC kit, there is no doubt that it is an MPC kit. I don't know what it is, but something about how the trees are just off. Anyway, it don't matter what, I'm taking all that stuff off of there, so it doesn't matter. But this is going to be okay. Don't know why they decided to mold it in orange. It has the old style where you put the screws in. You actually hold the chassis up to the body with screws. I'm down with that because half the time that's my biggest trouble is getting the body to mount, or the chassis to mount to the body. So yeah, I decided to take on a challenge. I don't really think it's going to be much of a challenge. It looks like to me that it's going to go together. If detail is what people complain about, I can see where there can be complaints. Like where the rear axle mounts, you know, it goes through the metal axle goes through and kind of holds it in place. Whatever, that's okay. For the majority of the time, these things are on their wheels, not turned up on their back, but I don't have a problem with this. There's the bottom part of the valence, or whatever you call it, bottom spoiler part. There's the rear differential. Already got the exhaust molded in, no biggie. Has a hood scoop, but I don't think it comes with a I didn't look at the instructions, but I don't think it comes with a anything like a blower or anything like that. But if it did, I'd probably put it on there. There's it's like the transmission radiator, which this ain't no review. I'm not unboxing this thing. I'm just showing you a few little things. I was kind of curious myself when I opened it up. But anyway, yeah, most guys that hate MPC or just despise, there's such spite for MPC. I thought that's what I'll do. I'll build one. Not to be antagonistic, but I just want to see, you know, I've built some MPC kits. They're not so bad. As a matter of fact, the old my bumper, a friend of mine came over recently and was looking at my Ford, and he bumped my bumper and knocked it off. But anyway, the mudder right there, that's MPC. That's the old Fall Guy truck. It went together fine. I've got the Datsun truck. I put it together. I don't know, a few more maybe. But anyway, this is what I'm fixing to start on. So everybody hold tight, and I'm going to get some parts taken off the tree, some primer sprayed, some flash removed, and we'll see what progress we can make with this thing. Stand by. Alright, so I've got the body primed and sanded, and so the hood. Had two pretty bad parting lines right here. They were pretty bad, so I had to take some putty, go in there and fill them in, and it's looking pretty good. So I got her sanded down. Not sure what color. I've also got all the parts taken off the tree. This kit really doesn't have many parts, so it's probably going to be a pretty quick build. I don't like how the axle goes through the engine block, or right near the engine block, but oh well. That's just the way it is. You really won't see it, I don't think. But I do have this MCW paint, and I have this dark burnt orange, which, you know, I'm not trying to copy the box, but it probably would look good that color, wouldn't it? So maybe I'll use this. Alright, anyway, that's the update. I'm going to get some paint on this body before I get any of this stuff built, because I want this thing to dry, be good and dry before I try to assemble anything. So here we go. Oh, real quick. I did have to do some fitting on the back bumper. Got it to fit nicely now though. So I had to do a little adjusting on the bumper and on the back of the body here. So again, before you throw your paint on your car, always test fit your like I test fit the grill, the chrome grill here that slides in. I had to get all that, make sure it was all fitting right. So make sure you got some great fitting bumpers before you paint it, because you don't want to have to go hacking on it to try and get it to fit better. All right, stand by. All right, so I have made some progress. So with the body, last clip it was just in primer, and I had it sanded down. Put one coat of the MCW dark burnt orange metallic gloss enamel on there, and I was doing a little bit of buffing. It wasn't as glossy as I wanted. Doing a little bit of buffing, and went through on one of the edges here on the fender. So I was like, darn it. So I took some 2000 grit, wet sanded it, that in the hood, wet sanded, not damp. I just wanted to give it a just knock the gloss off of it, and shot another coat of the MCW paint, and oh my, it is so glossy now. I don't know what sanding it and shooting another coat does, but it did it. Look at that. So this is no clear, it's dry. It's not dry enough for me to do any bare metal foil, because it still could potentially get a fingerprint or something if I pressed hard enough. So I'm gonna give it about 24 hours to dry. But look at that finish. Look at that gloss. That is just shot straight from my airbrush. I used I used a little hardener this time so it would harden quicker. There's that darn train going by. But man, it turned out great, and what a pretty color. Anyways, with the train going by, I've got the interior painted. Just got to put it together. I paint it black, and then mist coat the I'll have black carpet in it, but anyway, mist coat the tan over it so you get that shadowing effect with the seats and such. Down in the grooves and the cracks, it still has a little bit of black. Got the chassis put together, which isn't much at all. It's just all you do is this one piece. I'm going to paint the exhaust, get them painted up. Got the wheels here. I'm going to use the turbine wheels, or whatever they call them. I'm not going to use the stock wheels. I'm going to use these turbine styles like the General E, and got those black washed. They're drying. The engine is behind me. It's just painted black. Let me grab it. So the engine is put together, and I know this annoys some of you. Blow the horn, guy. I know it annoys some of you guys that I've got the exhaust manifolds and the carburetor and all that stuff on there, and I'm going to paint it all the same color. But when I'm done, it's not going to be the same color. It's going to be, the exhaust are going to be the exhaust color. I love that train. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Probably can. But anyway, the engine is not the greatest of detail. Okay. The body, this body now, let me tell you what, MCW, MPC or not, it is sharp. It took a little bit of extra work, a little bit of sanding, a few little parting lines that I had to sand and putty up to fill the crack. But let me tell you what, that is as nice a body as any of them. Hopefully the glass and all that fits properly. But anyway, very simplistic kit under the body. So your chassis is very simple. Your engine's very simplified. I'm not even sure if I'm going to run plug wires on it yet. If it depends on what it looks like once I get it painted. If it looks super basic and simple, why bother, I guess. Just keep the hood closed. But anyway, that's the update. So it's looking good. Stand by. All right, next day. Body is completely cured. So let me brag on this. I'm not doing this at all for sales promotion, although those things do help. The MCW paint, again, I just want to brag because look at the finish. This isn't clear coated. This is just the paint. This is amazing. I've never had a finish look like that. But what I wanted to mention is with the MCW, I painted my my Impala there with it, but it was a one coat, single coat. Well, I mean, it was more than one coat, but you know what I mean. I didn't sand it and repaint it. I don't know if that's why I got such a higher gloss, but I did not use the hardener. No, hardener does not necessarily make it's not gloss. But let me tell you what, that sucker dried so fast, or so hard rather. It's just wonderful. The finish on this thing is great. So I can only brag on the MCW paint because of that, because I didn't change anything on how I painted. My tester's paint jobs never get this high of a gloss without some sort of clear coat. But this is no clear coat. Look at that. Shiny as can be. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to do some bare metal foil. I got the engine painted. It looks horrendous, but once you get it painted up and dressed up, that's as close to a factory color as I had. But we'll see what it ends up looking like. I don't know if I'm gonna put plug wires. Probably will. I just don't think a complete model kit is kit is complete without plug wires. But anyway, I'm gonna do a little bare metal foil. See how it begins to look. I'll be back in a few seconds, next segment, and we'll see. Stand by. Alright, so I got my bare metal foil on the front window, the back window, and on the hood, because the hood makes up part of the chrome there. However, as the box shows, drip rail, the body has zero drip rail. It's zero. It's completely smooth. There's no drip rail at all. There's not even a yeah, there's just nothing. It's like, what the world? But anyway, I'm just not going to foil around the windows. I am going to go over the wheel wells and that ridge there on the bottom, or that section there, that will be foiled. So we'll have foil. Well, I'll show you in the box real fast. The bottom portion there. So those, I'm going to foil those. But it's, yeah, I don't understand. It just didn't have it. The molds, I hadn't looked to see how old this kit is. It's a MPC kit. Not sure the age of it, but it's got some age. So I got those. The windows are one piece. I think I'm gonna cut them apart so I won't have that portion in the top. And also, I always go and paint the inside of my body here, under the hood and things like that. That will be craft paint, black craft paint. I'll just put some on a piece of paper and go to paint it all up like a headliner. So let me get a few more things done. Probably make this first video kind of short, make it 2 parts, and give me a second. I'll do some more foil and I'll come back. Stand by. Alright, so I've got the interior put together. Looks pretty decent. I tried to two-tone brown it a little bit. Body, I'm just so thrilled with this thing. I've said that in times past, like, man, I'm thrilled with this paint job, but this one I am really thrilled with. It is amazing that I painted it. That's what I can't believe. And it's just a coat of enamel, MCW enamel paint. Well, it's actually 2 coats, but here's the engine. I'm not going to get real close because it's pretty raunchy looking. I did get it painted, got the exhaust, got the carburetor. I'm not 100% if I'm going to put plug wire. Well, yes I am. I'm going to put plug wires. I always do. But the interior turned out pretty decent. It's going to look really, really nice. The color is going to look really, really nice with the orange, the leather or pleather or whatever it is color. Got the grill here with the insert, black insert, getting it glued into place. Got the chassis ready for the engine to drop in it, and then obviously attach up into the body, as well as the black washed rims. I'm gonna run a Q-tip over them a little bit more, but they look pretty decent. I think it's gonna look cool with those aftermarket wheels rather than the stock ones. I tend to stick with stock, and this time I decided not to. I did re-chrome my breather. It has pretty big pieces of flash I had to cut off, so I re-chromed it with my Rust-Oleum metallic paint, which I just love. But other than that, I'm gonna wrap this video up Be part one. Part two, I'm gonna come back and we're gonna get the windows installed. Still haven't done that. Everything attached. Engine hopefully will look a little better once I come back with the plug wires installed and some other detailing done to it. But other than that, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Guys, thanks for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that so much. If you haven't subscribed, please go over and hit the subscription button. It helps me out tremendously. Also, if you have not gone to our Facebook group, please do so. Link in the description. Go join our Facebook group. You'll see this car there eventually, and many other guys there that are just outstanding builders. So go over there and check out our Facebook group, Model Car Videos Facebook group. Also, if you haven't already gone to Hobby Nut Models, go over there and get you some MCW paint. Mark carries a line, the all kinds of colors of that paint, and I highly recommend it. Because look at that, just look at it. Isn't that awesome? Also, guys, if you hadn't gone to my Teespring store, I'd appreciate that. Go check out my Teespring store. The link in the description below. And buy yourself a t-shirt, maybe a hoodie, it's getting colder, maybe a mug to drink that hot coffee or hot chocolate, or something else. There's some stickers on there too, so go over there and check that out. Teespring, any of your purchases really help me out. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Thanks so much for watching. Again, this is a 1972 MPC, and I'm almost done with it. And it's looking like it's going to turn out to be a really cool kit. So don't be afraid of them. Just get them and attack them and paint them up and glue them together, and they'll look nice. It's going to look nice. It's going to look better than the box. That's going to look better than the box. Oh yeah. Alright, guys, I'm done. Again, I already said that once. I'll say it a third time or a fourth time. I'm done with this video. Thanks for watching, and hey, see you on part two. You guys take care. Bye.